we're going to have, I think, a very interesting and informative evening together. We're going to talk about mergers and new structuring relationships with nonprofits. We're going to talk about financial issues that are very important in the merger context. And then we're going to talk about a real-life, real-world example of a merger that has taken place, and what are the good things and bad things about that transaction. So I think you'll get a very good overview and some good important information to take back. Now, just one thing about questions. We're going to save a lot of time at the end for questions, maybe as much as 45 minutes. So you'll have plenty of time to ask questions at the end. Also, I at least expect to, and I bet the other panelists will as well, will stay afterwards. If there's a question you have that you don't really want to have the whole audience hear the question or the answer, we'll be here and we can perhaps answer that question for you. And finally, if one of the panelists is talking and at the end there's that presentation, you have a burning question, you don't think you can wait till the end to ask it because you were so confused or so unhappy or whatever you were, interrupt us and we can be informal tonight. We're a good size to stay informal. And finally, we'll all have business cards up here. I see them all out. And if you want to just take a card and contact us later, that would be fine too. So this is for you, and we want to make it as good for you, as informative for you as we know how to do that. So I'm going to, just before I introduce our first speaker, I'm going to answer one question myself that I thought may be on your mind. And I'm going to go very quickly, but we can come back to some of these themes later if they intrigue you. And the question is, why would two nonprofits merge? That's not a bad question, is it, to start a panel like this? So I've got a few reasons why nonprofits merge. And I thought, just again, I'm going to do these quickly without examples, but just to get you started to think about what this word merger could mean for your organization. The first thing is mission. Merging can grow your services that you provide, your audiences that you address, your environmental advocacy issues that you propose. Mission can be grown and enhanced in merger, or you can expand geographically. One way or the other, your mission is strengthened and grown. Second, leadership and staff. Sometimes mergers work because one of the two executive directors, one of those positions is vacant. And board, rather than finding another executive director, will look at another nonprofit that has a terrific leader and say, let's get together. And we've got a great leader right here. We will align our missions and our staff. It's also, mergers can be very good for staff growth and development, which is more opportunity, more ways you can work in a larger, more complex nonprofit. Another area is stability and flexibility. Stability, larger, more assets, potentially more ability to withstand these economic markets we're in these days. Another one, acquiring programs. Let's say you're thinking about starting a program or starting something new. Rather than start it from scratch, do the research, find the person to run it, et cetera, you can acquire it. Well, that's a form of merger as well, acquiring a program. Just a couple more. I hear a lot about increased competition, and I think that's a fact. There's been tremendous growth in the number of nonprofits generally. And this has led to perhaps some reduced funder support. And merging can bring attractive benefits like, for instance, your partner may have a very good impact measurement system that can help you. You will have traded best practices with some competitor potentially. You may have a complementary program model.